जय परमंश परिव्राजकाचार्य सुतर सदस्यमान भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी प्रभुपाद की जय। आनंद कृष्ण की जय। नामाचार्य श्री रविदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवाचार्य गौर भक्ति की जय। श्री राधा कृष्ण गोपनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंड की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। नववेद भक्तवृंद की जय। All glories to Krishna. All glories to Krishna. All glories to Krishna. Thank you very much.
The following is a class on the Bhagavad Gita as it is, second chapter, text number 1, given by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, recorded on December 7th, 1972, in Ahmedabad, India.
Samantha Kripaya Vistam Asupurna Kulekshanam Visidantam Idam Vakam Uvacha Madhusudanam. Madhusudana, Krishna is described here as Madhusudana, the killer of the demon Madhukaitava Bhara. So, Arjuna was attacked by a demon of forgetting his duty, being too much afflicted by bodily relations. This is our position. In this material world, we are so much attached to this bodily relationship that it is to be considered just like we are ghostly haunted. In a poetry, Prem Vivarta, it is said that পিশাচি পাইলে যেন মতিচ্ছন্ন হয়, মায়াগ্রস্ত জীবের সেই দশা উপজয়। মায়াগ্রস্ত জীব, মায়াগ্রস্ত মায়া means illusion, hallucination. So, we are in this material world. We are all illusion. Illusion means accepting something as fact which is not. Something, just like in dream, we see sometimes I'm attacked with a tiger. My head is being cut off. So many things. So actually, there is no tiger. My head is not being cut off, but still I am crying. Oh, here is a tiger, here is a tiger. So, our attachment for this world is like that. It is illusion. I am thinking that without me, everything will be spoiled. My presence is required, and so on, so on. Just like sometimes our political leaders, each and every one of them think that without him, the whole situation will be spoiled. Even Mahatma Gandhi, he was so attached that he would not retire from political life. unless he was killed. The attachment was so strong. But after passing away of Mahatma Gandhi or Jawaharlal Nehru or so many big leaders, the world is going on. There is a Bengali proverb that when the king dies, it does not mean the kingdom stops. The kingdom goes on. But when so long the leader or the person in charge remains there, he thinks that without me everything will be spoiled. This is called Maya. This is called illusion. According to Vedic system, therefore, there is forced renunciation. Nobody wants to return from family life. But the Vedic injunction is that after one has passed 50 years, he must leave his family life. Panchasodham banam brajet. In the beginning, as a student life, he is trained on brahmachari, undergoing severe austerities, penances, and taking instruction from the spiritual master about the temporary existence of this material world. In this way, he is trained up very nicely. And even after training, if he appears to be attached to this material world, he is allowed to go home and marry. And some of the brahmacharis are allowed to remain Naisthik brahmachari without going home and accepting a wife. But one who cannot, he is allowed to accept wife and become a householder and remain there for 25 years, because generally the brahmachari was going home at the age of 24 years, 25 years. So after marriage, he may get a child. So, living there for 25 years means the child is grown up. Then the husband and wife take leave, not living for good, but Balaprasad. Traveling in pilgrimages like Vrindavan, Prayag. That was the system. And after 2 months, again he comes back and he remains home for another 2 months, again goes out. In this way, the whole process is how to give up attachment from the family life, from this world. And when he is trained up fully, he takes sannyas. That is our Vedic system. So, the attachment of this material world is very strong. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam by Rishabdev. Pungsham sriyami sunibhavami sat. This whole material world is an attachment of male and female. Pungsham sriya. Mithuni bhava. Sex impulse attachment. Tayor mikha hridayavanti mahu. And when they are married, when they are united, then it becomes a hard knot in the heart. Atat vyakshetu sutapta vittai janasya mohoyam aham mameti. Then gradually, after being united, one becomes attached to griha, home, apartment, kshetra. Formerly there was no industry, so everyone must have some land to produce food. Griha, kshetra, suta, then children, apta, friends, vitta, then money. Because without money, nothing can be maintained. Atagriya kshetra sutartha vittai janasya moha. He becomes more and more illusioned. And aham mameti, this is my country, this is my family, this is my house, this is my children, so on, mama, mine, and I am this person, I am this body. This is illusion. So, Arjuna appeared to be illusion. So how I shall fight with my brothers and grandfather on the other side? He became so much illusion. He became illusion, not unnecessarily. He was very much compassionate with his family members. Pipayavistam, Ostupurna Kulekshanam, and he was crying. There was tears in his eyes. Vishidantam idam bhakam, and he was lamenting in this way. How shall I fight? So Krishna then began to speak. Krishna saw that my friend Arjuna has become too much illusion. So he wanted to kill the demon of illusion. Therefore he mentioned here as Madhusudana. Krishna comes. He has got two business. Paritranaya sadhana, vinashaya cha dushkita. Side by side, giving protection to his devotees. Sadhu. Sadhu means devotee. Devotee of Krishna is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita as sadhu. Apite sudurachara bhajate mam ananna bhav. Sadhureva samanta. One who is strictly a pure devotee of Krishna, he is mentioned as sadhu. Sadhureva samanta. Sammak vavasita he is. He is first class sadhu. Even if he is a grihastha, it doesn't matter. Generally we understand sadhu means with saffron cloth. No. Sadhu's qualification is that he must be a pure devotee of Krishna. Sadhava sadhu bhusana. Sadhava sadhu bhusana. So now Krishna speaks. See Bhagavan was. Bhagavan. This Bhagavan means one who is full with 6 kinds of opulences. He is called Bhagavan. Vaisajyasya, Samakrasya, Bijyasya, Jasasya, Sriya, Jnana, Vairagyaschaiva, Saraiti, Bhagavana. Bhagavan and Krishna. Krishna means all attractive. Bhagavan Sri Krishna. Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. There are other great personalities. Lord Shiva is also sometimes described as Bhagavan. Similarly, Lord Brahma, Narada, others are also sometimes described as Bhagavan. But real Bhagavan means Krishna. They are Bhagavan, partial. All these things have been very much carefully analyzed by Srila Rupa Goswami. He has analyzed in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, which we have translated into English, Nectar of Devotion. He has analyzed that Krishna is 10% Bhagavan. And Narayana is 94% Bhagavan. And Lord Shiva is 84%. And all other living entities, we are minutely 78% bhava. That means when you come to the perfection of life, when you are actually in the spiritual state, then you have got the qualities of Bhagavan in minute quantity, but not all the qualities, 78%. These have been very nicely analyzed in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. As the Shastra says also, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a list of all the incarnations. Such and such incarnation appears for such and such particular activities. In that incarnation list, there is names of Lord Ramchandra also, Lord Buddha also. Buddha's name is also there. But in the conclusive portion, it is declared there, Iti Chansakala Pumsa, Krishnastu Bhagavan. In that list, the name of Lord Krishna, Lord Balaram is there also. But the conclusion is given by Vyasa that except Krishna, all others, they are a plenary expansion of Krishna or part of plenary expansion of Krishna. Angsha Kala. Angsha means direct expansion. And Kala means expansion of the secondary expansion. So it is concluded there that Iti Chansu Kala Punsa, all these incarnations, they are either Angsha or Kala. But Krishna, the name Krishna, Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. He is the original personality of God, Krishna. The same thing here Vyasa describes. Sri Bhagavan Uvas. He is not ordinary person. Bhagavan speaking. Bhagavan means, what is Bhagavan? Oisajja. Oisajja means richest. Nobody can be richer than Bhagavan. We have got our ideas of richness. I may be rich, but you are richer than me. Somebody is richer than you, somebody is richer than another. You go, make proceed. When you find out the final richest person, that is Bhagavan. Aishajyasya samagras, all rich. Not that partial. One may have 1,000, another may have 1 lakh, one may have 1 crore. But nobody can say that I have got all the money. No, that is not possible. But Bhagavan has all the money. Aishajyasya samagrasya, bijasya, similarly strength, bodily strength or power. Aishajyasya samagrasya, bijasya, jasasya, and similarly reputation. We are also reputed. But nobody can be reputed than Krishna. Just like 5,000 years ago, he spoke this Bhagavad Gita, and he so reputed that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita, and still it is running on, not only in India, but we are traveling all over the world. There are so many editions of Bhagavad Gita. So he is so reputed. Saisajyasya samagrasya bijasya jasasya sriya, and beautiful, the most beautiful, Krishna, most attract. Jasasya jnana, knowledge. Now, Krishna's knowledge, there is no limit. Still, the knowledge, the book of knowledge which has given, this Bhagavad Gita, there is no comparison. There is no second book in the whole world which contains so full of knowledge. So, Jnana and Vairagya also. In spite of all the property of Krishna, Krishna doesn't care for this material world. He is busy in the spiritual world. Radha Madhava, Kunya Vihari, he is busy in Vrindavan. He has many servants, this big man has got many secretaries, servants, they look after. Similarly, in this material world, he is representative, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha, they are managing the affairs of this whole universe. But he is enjoying and Vrindavan. Jai Radha Madhava Kunya Vihari. He has no concern. He doesn't care what is happening here. But it does not mean that he doesn't care, but he has no anxiety how the things are being managed. When it is mismanaged, then sometimes Krishna comes in his Vasudev form, not the original Krishna. Original Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. Padamekam nagacchati. He is always in his abode. Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vrikha lakhabriteshu surabhi ravipalayam Lakshmi sahasra sata samrama sevvamanam govindam adi purusam tamaham bhajam. He is very much adhered to his cows, surabhi ravipalayam, and is surrounded by hundreds and thousands of goddess of fortune, these gopis. He is surrounded. Lakshmi sahasra sata samrama sevvamanam. We are praying goddess of fortune to have some favor. But in the spiritual world, Krishna is served by hundreds and thousands of goddess of fortune. This is Krishna's position. So, I do not know why foolish people, they do not understand what is God. Everything is there. And he comes also, personally. Not only the God's name, address, activities and everything is there, but he comes personally also. He proves, Krishna, he proves that he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Krishna was present, he proved all these things. Aisajyasya samaktasya bijyasya jasasasriya. He proved. He had 16,000 wives, and each wife a big palatial building of marble, bedecked with jewels and garden with parijat flowers. These are descriptions. Nobody can maintain 16,000 wives in 16,000 palaces. Not only that, not that if he enters in one palace, he lives with one wife, the other wives are better. No. He expanded himself into 16,000 forms. And with each wife was living comfortably. Each wife had 10 children. And those children also had each 10 children, grandsons. In this way, Krishna's family was more than 1 crore. Jaduvamsa. So, if you study from material point of view, when Krishna was present, he proved that he is Bhagavan. And Bhagavan means not a big beard and meditation. Krishna never became Bhagavan by meditation. He was not a manufactured God. He is God, all else. He is not manufactured. When he was on the lap of his mother, Jashoda, he was God. The Putana came to kill him, but Krishna killed him. In this way, if we read the life of Krishna, he proved Bhagavan. Not only he proved himself, but all other great authorities accepted him, Bhagavan. There are 4 Vaishnava acharyas in the recent years, and one Mayavad Acharya, Shankaracharya. Shankaracharya also, although he is inclined to the impersonal feature of the Lord, but he accepted Krishna, Sabhagavan Swayam Krishna. He accepted. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Narayana. Narayana Bhaktya. So, other Vaishnavacharya, Ramanujacharya, Madhyacharya, Vishnu Swami, Nimbarka, lately Lord Chaitanya, all of them accepted Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. And Arjuna, he also, when he heard from him Bhagavad Gita, he accepted him as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Bhavan, Purusam Shastratam. So Krishna is accepted universally, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Why people are making research, where is God? I do not know. Why they are uselessly taking so much hard labor to search out God? Here is God, Krishna, Bhagavan Vacha. So, there is no reason, there is no chance of not accepting Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. Krishna personally says that Matta Parakaram Nanya Kinchidasti Dhananya. There is no more superior element above me. Aham Sarvasya Prabhava. I am the origin of everything. Aham Adi Devanam. Then there are so many statements. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. So anyone who is actually serious about understanding about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, there is no difficulty. But because we are obstinate, because we are sinful, because we are lowest of the mankind, because our knowledge has been taken away by Maya, and because we are atheists, we do not accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality. Otherwise there is no reason. Krishna therefore describes, Namam Dushkitanam Mudha Prapadranthe Naradha. Unless one is Dushkritina, always miscreant, full of sinful life, he cannot deny Krishna as the Supreme Personality of God. So this Krishna consciousness movement is preaching all over the world that you are all advanced in civilization and advanced in scientific knowledge and advanced in everything, but you are missing one thing, God, Krishna. So here is God, here is Krishna. You try to understand Krishna and be Krishna conscious and make your life successful. That is our propaganda. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So here Krishna has been described as Madhusudan, So what is the meaning and why Arjuna is using the word Madhusudan? Kirti Gopal.
Prabhupada was telling Krishna is called Madhusudan because he's a killer of demon Madhu. He has doubt. Arjuna wanted him to kill the doubt, so he is called Madhusudan.
What specific doubt that Arjuna had?
His bodily relationship, he said, you kill that bodily relationship. Identification that he has to do.
Okay, precisely, he was forgetting his duty. That was the demon. Haribo! So, somebody who is too much attached to the bodily conception, what has he been compared to? Yes, Manish.
A person haunted by ghost.
Okay, and do you remember the verse that Prabhupada quoted from the Prema Vart? Haribo! So then Srila Prabhupada describes what is meant by being illusioned. Prabhupada is explaining with an example, with an analogy. What is meant by being illusioned? Yeah.
Illusion means accepting the fact that which is not. And Prabhupada gives the example of dream. In a dream, the tiger tries to kill and your head is not there, but actually it is there. And he gives second definition of illusion also, that without me everything can go on. And he gives example of Mahatma Gandhi and therefore.
And the political leaders. Okay. Haribo! So regarding this illusion, Prabhupada quotes a Bengali proverb. Anybody remembers? A Bengali proverb? Yes. Haribo! So therefore, in order to get rid of this bodily conception and bodily attachments, what is the Vedic system propagating? Sudhanu?
Vedic system propagates forced renunciation.
So when the person is supposed to renounce?
Actually, one undergoes brahmacharya, and then those who can live without family life, they continue Nashtik brahmacharya. Like that, they get renounced. And others, those who are still attached, they get into family life, and after 50, they take Vanprastha, and 2 months they come and go, and then they take sannyas.
Haribo! So Srila Prabhupada is talking about some of the duties of brahmacharis. What are some of the duties of brahmacharis Prabhupada is speaking about? All brahmacharis should know. Duties of brahmacharis. Wait, you just answered one, no? Let's see if somebody else wants to. Okay, Praveen.
Penances, austerity and following the instruction of spiritual master.
Good. Haribo! So in this way he is trained up very nicely, and then he can either get married or he remains as Naishtik Brahmachari, then Vanaprastha, then Sannyas. So then Prabhupada says that the attachment to the material world is very strong. So in this regard, he quotes a verse by Lord Rishabdev from the 5th canto.
Pansastriya mithuni bhavametam tayo astriya hridaya granthi mein raho ata griha kshetra sutapta vitya janasya mohoyam aham mameti. So he says that the attachment is already strong, but when gets married, the attachment increases. Because once after get marriage, you need a griha. Then after griha you need kshetra, ata griha kshetra. Then suta, children, then apta, relatives, and then for that you have to work hard to earn vitta, money. And because of this, what happens? Your attachment again increases more and more. Janam aham mameti.
So then Prabhupada speaks about Arjuna's illusion. So what was Arjuna's illusion? What was Arjuna's illusion? On the battlefield, yes, Raghu.
He was thinking, how could I kill my own relatives and all that? And that illusion was because of his compassion, Prabhupada says.
Okay. Hari Bol. And then Prabhupada speaks about Paritranaya sadhunam vinasha dushkritam. So then he defines who's a sadhu. Sadhu is not one who has a long beard. So who's a real sadhu?
He must be pure devotee of the Lord Krishna. He is a sadhu.
Sadhava sadhu bhushana. Hari Bol. Prabhupada then gives the definition of Bhagavan. Definition of Bhagavan. Definition of Bhagavan. Okay, already answered. Somebody has not answered? This is too small for Bhakti Vedanta.
ऐश्वर्यस्य समग्रस्य वीर्यस्य च श्रियः ज्ञानवैराग्येन युक्तेन षड्गण इतिङ्गण.
Translation.
The Lord who has the six opulences, he possesses the six opulences. So Aishwarya means riches, Aishwarya Samagrasya incomplete, Viryasya means strength, Aishwarya Viryasya Samagrasya, Gyan Vairagya Yuktena, and Gyan and Vairagya, knowledge and renunciation, as well as Yashasha Sriyaha, fame and beauty. So all these six opulences in complete quantity, one who possesses is called the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Haribo. Then he spoke about Krishna and his various incarnations and explained them in terms of the number of qualities, quoting from the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
He told Krishna is complete Bhagavan, others are partial Bhagavan. Narayan is 94 and Lord Shiva is 84 and Brahmaji is 78, and that is the maximum when someone actually becomes a pure devotee. That time he can have maximum 78, he cannot go more than that.
Haribo. What is meant by Amsha and Kala? Amsha and Kala. Pranj.
Amsha is direct expansion and Kala is expansion of the expansion.
Haribo. How do Srila Prabhupada prove that Krishna has all riches? He is the richest person. How was it proved? How is it proved?
Prabhupada said that one can say that I have money, but nobody can say that I have all money, but Krishna can say that.
Haribo. Then yasha. How can we say Krishna has all yasha? Reputation.
Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita 5,000 years ago, but still he is reputed not only in India but all over the world for speaking Bhagavad Gita.
Haribo. And Vairagya, how can we say Krishna is Vairagya?
Krishna owns the spiritual and material world, but Krishna really doesn't. Prabhupada uses the word doesn't care, but he means to say like he's not bothered about, he's not worried about how the world is managed. So that is managed by.
Not in anxiety. Haribo. So you can quote the verse from the Brahma Samhita describing Krishna's abode. Famous verse. Describing Krishna's abode, Brahma Samhita. Okay.
चिन्तामणि प्रकरसद्मसुकल्पवृक्ष लक्षावृतेषु सुरभिरभिपालयन्तं लक्ष्मीसहस्रशतसम्भ्रमसेव्यमानं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि.
Meaning?
Meaning everything there in the Golok is made up of Chintamani jewel and Lakshavritesu Surabhir Abhipalayantam. So there he is surrounded by Surabhi cows and Lakshmi thousands of Lakshmis are serving Lord. So to such Lord I pay my respectful obeisance.
Haribo! So, how is it proved that Krishna has all opulences? He is the most opulent in all respects. Krishna, Srila Prabhupada quoted the example from his life in Dwarka. Dwarka. How was Krishna living in Dwarka? Everyone knows, but nobody wants to. Bolo? Oh, Bhagavad Gita.
Krishna married 16,108 wives, and he gave each one a huge palace, marble palace, bedecked with jewels and all the riches. So he was very opulent. He showed his opulence when he was there on this earth.
And then after that, from his wives?
And he expanded. He expanded into 16,108 forms, and he was there in each palace with each wife. Now that everybody is waiting for him to visit their palace.
And from each wife?
And he gave 10 children, and every children has 10 more children. In that time, more than 1 crore family members were there.
And only Krishna can maintain such a big family, Yaduvamsha. Haribo! So therefore, Krishna is not a manufactured God. So Krishna is accepted as the Supreme Personality of Godhead by so many authorities, like
all the 4 Sampradaya Acharyas, and particularly he said Shankaracharya also, who is from Mayavad Sampradaya also.
And who are the other Acharyas?
Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Vishnu Swami, and Nimbarkacharya.
And in the very recently?
And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Haribo! And the Lord himself spoke in Bhagavad Gita how he is the source of everything. What did he say? What did he say in Bhagavad Gita? What did he say? Okay, Manish.
aham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate.
Aage?
Iti matva bhajante mam buddha bhava samanvita.
Meaning?
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds, and one who knows this, he worships me with determination.
With all his heart. Haribo! So, but in spite of so much evidence that Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, still there are so many people who don't accept Prabhupada. I don't understand. What is the reason why they're not accepting Krishna as the Supreme Lord? So, what are the reasons why they don't accept Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead? What are the reasons why they don't accept Sachidananda Bhagavan Prabhu?
Prabhupada quoted Namam Dushkidno Muda, Prabhadante Naradama, Maya Pradgana, Asuram Bhavamshima. So they are sinful, Namam Dushkidno Muda. They are foolish, grossly foolish. and Maya Pradhyana. Their knowledge is intelligence is stolen by Maya, illusory energy. And Asuram Bhavam, they are atheist.
Haribo! And so therefore, in order to establish Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, therefore we are preaching all over the world. So what are we preaching? What are we preaching? What are we preaching? Okay. Tribanga.
We are preaching accept Krishna as a Supreme Personality of Godhead and take Krishna, understand Krishna and become Krishna conscious and make your life successful.
You're also advanced in scientific knowledge, advanced in so many things.
But you are missing one thing, that is God.
Missing one thing, so kindly accept this one thing, that is Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. You understand this and your life will be successful. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Haribo. Jaya Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki Jai, Samved Gaur Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai, Hare Krishna.